Hey guys, this is Ian Macdonald, the Redshirt coordinator for the University of Charleston baseball. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about our Redshirt development process. A huge thank you to Michael Ader for putting this video together. So the goal of my position is rather simple, and that is to prepare our Redshirt players well for the following year. So when Coach Wright put this position together and created a job description, the vision for my position was to have someone who was directly responsible for tracking and implementing player development programs for our Redshirt players. That would include both the position players and pitchers. So why I think my position's valuable and ultimately helps the development of our Redshirt players is that while our team and coaches are on the road, and even on game days when our team is at home, our Redshirt players are practicing. So as a result, in the spring alone, we are able to have 29 additional practice days with our Redshirt group. So we think that these extra 29 practices in a controlled environment with coaches, we think that'll greatly impact our ability to develop our Redshirt players. So the Redshirt development programs are different for position players as compared to pitchers. In regards to position players, they stay with non-Redshirt players most practices throughout the fall and spring. We have a much smaller Redshirt position player group. This year, we only have 4 position players redshirting as compared to the 9 pitchers who are redshirting this year. So when the team is not on the road, we practice as a small group. Most times, the focus for the position players is hitting, and during certain practices, fielding. So Ryan Hunt, he's a great guy to work with. He coordinates all of our offensive development. He draws up the individualized plans for the Redshirt position players. I'm there to implement them, help them in whatever way I can. And Ryan and I, we talk almost daily in regards to where we are at in the development process of our Redshirt players and how we can help them further improve and develop. In regards to our pitchers, our Redshirt pitchers program is different. We're not building these guys up to throw 7 innings in March or anything like that. Our focus is preparing them well for the following spring. So obviously some do choose to play summer ball. We're behind them. We support them. That said, we really push our guys in the direction of being 100% committed to training during the summer months. So I work closely with Anthony Zona, Andy Hoyer, and Coach Wright as well to develop their individualized plans. And specific to our pitchers, their Redshirt development program is a little bit different in that we have 3 classroom sessions a week for 10 weeks in the spring. So a little bit about the classroom sessions. They're about 30 minutes long. Some are as short as 15 minutes, others as long as 45. Cover a number of different topics, from movement patterns, in-game strategy, mental game. A lot of different things are covered. So we really think that 30 additional sessions in a classroom setting over the course of the spring will really help these guys develop into the pitchers that we want them to be. So just an example of maybe the topics that would be covered this week alone. On Tuesday we talked about the lower half and its role in the delivery. On Thursday we talked about deceleration and how to properly slow our body down after the ball is released. And on Sunday we'll be talking about effective velocity and more in-game strategy for pitch calling and location. So kind of the final component as part of our Redshirt development process is the weight room, and it's something that we put a lot of importance on. Position players and pitchers both, we're lifting 3 to 4 times a week, specifically throughout the spring. And during their Redshirt year, their physical development is of the utmost importance to us in most cases. So that's just a little bit about our Redshirt development program. I'm excited to be on campus here and working with our guys, and I'm looking forward to a great spring. Go Golden Eagles.
When we sit down to identify certain areas where we can really improve the experience for our players, this was one that kept coming up. We've been redshirting guys for several years now, but making sure that we could have a position where all of the redshirt development went under one umbrella or funneled through one person, we felt was the next step in order to build a really comprehensive experience. Because when we sit down and we do these audits and we think about our program, what we're trying to do here is to try to provide a vehicle for a better life by creating the most comprehensive experience possible. And I don't think we can do that without putting the right people in the right places. And I would certainly say that Ian Macdonald is the right person for this position. You know, he came in the door, hit the ground running, got a ton of energy, got a lot of really cool ideas from a development standpoint, and he's got some feel for the game. But more important than all of that is his genuine care for making sure that our guys are getting the best experience they can. So the 5-year plan to us is essentially having all of our freshmen come in, redshirt in year 1, invest in their physical development, and then try to protect their career at bats or their career innings and things like that in years 2 through 5. You know, what we found is certainly such a huge opportunity here at the University of Charleston, because we're able to fast track undergraduate degrees, and our graduate degrees are a year and a half. So when you couple those two things together, not only are we taking what I think is the best route for each individual student athlete as far as it relates to on the field, but we're also preparing them for life after college, when they're walking out of here and they're in a stack of 100 resumes, and they're one of the very few of that population that actually have an advanced degree. So I think from a holistic approach, it checks a lot of boxes. We are going to have more prepared, much more mature men on the field when we're trying to win and accomplish our goals of winning a national championship. But at the same time, we're feeding into what the mission is all really about, is making sure we're putting people in a position to live their best life after they're done here.